Alright, so they have shown the Embrace of Enchanting Dreams Mizuki, basically. And yeah, we're gonna go over. I have not really seen a lot about this character at all. This is released like a couple days ago, so yeah. But one thing I have to say is that she is going to be, yeah, Standard Wish right there. No matter how good this character is, unless she is legitimately the best character in the game, I recommend you guys do not summon on this character, because you will lose your 50-50s to this character. And yeah, I do imagine though she'll probably be the best standard banner character. Mona probably and Tignari are the only other two that have contention for that right now. So I would assume she's going to be the standard banner, like best standard banner character, because we haven't had one since 3.0. So yeah, that makes a lot of stuff. So she's on field healing already. That's pretty good. Increases damage dealt by swirl reactions. Not great, because she's probably the only one on the team swirling, because I doubt that you're going to be running a lot of Animo. The only other Animo you would probably be running is Kazuha, and that's assuming this character doesn't have Viridescent, because at that point Kazuha's just Res Shred, and then you're just going to use Shilonen instead of Kazuha, because I don't know. I'm going to go out on a limb and say the swirl reaction isn't going to do that much damage. Off-field Animo character who possesses certain healing abilities. So she is able to heal swirl DPS. Okay, she's a DPS on-field healing. So she's a DPS who heals herself, I guess. Huh. After using her elemental skill, she will continuously move. So she probably isn't gonna use Viridescent, meaning Kazuha might be a good partner for her, even weirdly as that sounds. After using elemental skill, she will continuously move forward, periodically dealing AoE Animo damage to nearby enemies. During her elemental skill, the swirl reaction damage of party members is increased. So she sort of just moves around. We saw this in her gameplay footage. I did see that, right? We saw that in her gameplay footage, and this is basically how that's going. Her elemental burst deals AoE Animo damage. It can also provide a certain amount of healing effect. So maybe she just bursts and heal the entire field. I'm really hoping that she heals everyone, because then Fiorina plus Mavuika is a good combo with this character. Assuming she's on field, and then you're swirling all the time, you're decreasing the res of Hydro and Pyro, and then maybe you can run like, I don't know, a character that's like Electro, and then maybe you'd be able to run them on like, you know, like Auroron. Let's say Auroron on the team, he's doing Electro Charge, but he's also doing Overload, and then that's giving 40% damage bonus to Fiorina plus, you know, Mavuika. That could be a thing. And then here we have some level up materials for her. Yep, just you complete her story quest, and you'll gain talent level up materials for 60. And then here is what you need to level up her talent levels. So yeah, let's go ahead. Normal attack, you can see, doesn't seem like you're going to be doing this a lot. Yeah, I would not recommend, or I would not recommend, but I wouldn't think that we're doing this a lot. She has good animations though. And then we go ahead to her elemental skill, and this seems to be what you do. So you're able to fly. I'm assuming this is a Genshin thing. You're not able to fly for this long. I'm assuming this is a Genshin thing. I think they gave her like infinite gauge or whatever she's using to fly. I'm pretty sure you won't be able to do this for that long. Deals 1 instance of AoE Animo damage to nearby opponents. While in Dream Fire state, whatever, will continuously drift forward. Huh. So floats above the ground and deals 1 instance of AoE Animo damage. Huh. Why? Yeah, no, this is what we were looking for. Elemental skill. There you go. So what is this? Wait, hold on. What? Oh, elemental skill. It's the same. But then you go down and you can see this, basically. And this is what I'm expecting. Is that... Wait, no, is that... Oh, that's Lynette. Huh. So, yeah, you're really... They want you to... Huh, that's weird. It's certainly possible? Huh. Lynette would be looking at it, just looking at it. Lynette is a good option for her. You know, maybe, you know, Mizuki mains, you want to raise Lynette? Huh, so you're going to need something to react with. That's the beginning part of this. So you're probably going to want, Mavuika. It's great how Mavuika is being so, you know, like used in this. But it seems like Mavuika will be the character that you're going to want to use on this. You'll get 40% damage bonus for, maybe someone on the team. I don't know. But I guess you're just going to want to do Swirl. You run, you know, Lynette, Mavuika, Kazuha. go ahead, do it. Because Mizuki herself being Animo actually isn't that great. It'd be cool if maybe she was a different element, but she's not, so we don't have that. Oh, I wonder how she would work with Chaska. Nah, she wouldn't really work that well with Chaska because Chaska wants multiple elements in the party. All right, so let's see what this just says. So while in a dream drifter state, that's what it's called, Yuzumiki will continuously drift forward, dealing AoE Animo damage to nearby opponents at regular intervals. So no, she does attack. So this isn't just Lynette. You continuously, yeah, AoE Animo damage bonus to nearby opponents at regular intervals. So the one instance is a little off-putting. So you could probably run her with just herself. It is possible. Increases the swirl damage that nearby party members deal based on Yumiki's Yumiki. That is her nickname. Yumiki. Never mind. I figured out her nickname, Yumiki. Based on Yumiki's elemental mastery. So you want to give her elemental mastery. So she's probably not going to be doing any good raw damage unless her normal somehow scale with that, which that would be cool if I'm being honest. They finally like introduce a true like elemental mastery scaler. That would be really sick. All right. So yeah, just looking at this, I'm not really that confident that this is going to be a hugely great ability, because you're probably only going to be increasing her swirl damage, which, I mean, if it's doing like 10,000, she could be a good, like, you know, a character who just interacts with other like supports, right? You could run Mavuika. You could have Mavuika, Fiorina, Bennett, and that would do a good amount of damage as a team, right? I think this does seem like a character who's going to work well with Mavuika. Like, I know you guys are tired of me glazing Mavuika, but listen, Fiorina sat there and got buffed basically every single character's release. I'm looking at this and I'm seeing another buff for Mavuika right now. And also Fiorina, because I think Mavuika plus Fiorina on this would do a very, very good job. The only issue is that neither of them are going to be buffing Yumiki's damage, so I don't... It's a little weird. It's tough. And then she generates these cookie things or something. I don't know. I guess maybe... Okay, so she pops her burst, right? And then it generates that. She heals. Okay. And when you pick up one of those, it increases pull in nearby objects and opponents. Okay, she pulls them in, but she didn't pull this guy in at all. Like she doesn't pull this guy in at all. Maybe she did. Maybe he did. He kind of shifted. I don't know if that was just the hit animation. But pull in nearby opponents, objects and opponents, dealing AoE Animo damage and summoning Mini Baku. Mini Baku follows the current active character at regular intervals, and the Mini Baku will create one snack at nearby intervals. So you press her Q, and you'll be able to switch out. After a nearby party member picks up a special snack, if their HP is higher than 70%, the snack will explode and deal Animo damage. Cool. So it would be swirl. Otherwise, it will heal. So this is like a Bennett. This is Bennett's effect, basically. It's a down to a T, basically. You know, it used to, like, if you don't have C1 Bennett, it's, you know, you get the attack buff if you're above 70% HP. You don't get the attack buff if you're below 70% HP, right? Now it's like you just get the attack buff once you have a C1. I wonder if we're going to see something similar for like her C1. I think very much so possible. And I think we should honestly look at this character with her constellations, because her constellations are probably going to be really good. So even if her C0 model isn't really that great, having constellations on this character probably is going to turn her into a really strong support character. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see if she's able to be played as a support. Right now, it's not looking like it. It's looking like you want to play her on field. But hey, if you like the character, you should just be glad that she's a standard banner, because, I mean, you summon on her now, and then you won't even have to summon for this character's constellations. You'll just get constellations for her. So if you're like a Mizuki main or Yumiki, that's what her name is? Yeah, Yumiki. If you summon on her, like, now, I think, you know, as long as her constellations are good, which I imagine they will be, because she's a 5.0 and beyond character, comparatively to Tignari. Tignari had some decent constellations also, getting 15% crit rate on the C1. I would say this is a very high likelihood that Yumiki is actually, like, one of the best, like, or she's just the best standard, I'm going to be honest. I imagine she's going to be the best standard. I don't recommend you summon on this character right now, because, like, we don't necessarily know what she's looking like, and I don't really see a lot of strength in her. And then, yeah, so we could just see normal attacks. Yeah, it's just a basic normal attacks here. And then, yeah, this is basically the same stuff that we've been seeing. Oh, her pickup distance for the snacks is actually increased. So if you use the burst before her E skill, that's where you want to use it. And increases the swirl damage of nearby party member based on her elemental mastery. Yeah, this is all right. Dream Drifter will end when Mizuki leaves the field. So yeah, she's probably not a support. Judging by this character seems to only give you healing and a 40% res decrease, which just is not going to be top of the line right now. I can tell you right now, that's not good enough for this game mode, like this game right now. It does say you pull in nearby objects and opponents, which is good. It's just like, now I'm just thinking like, okay, if she's going to give you 40% res decrease, is that it? Like, because we're not getting a new artifact set this update, by the way. We're not. So it would be different if we were getting a new artifact set and we could understand maybe, oh yeah, maybe this is what it does. Follows the current active character. Yep, this seems, the healing is also based on elemental mastery. That is good, because if she was a split scaler, that would make her a lot worse. I do not like characters who are split scalers, like Kuki, I believe, is one character. I don't like it. I'd prefer just to have the one stat that we build into. It just makes the character building process easier and makes it way better for just players who want to just use the character, right? So she doubles the healing to herself. I'm going to be honest, she's looking really strong with like a Fiorina Mavuika combo. Just looking at this, Fiorina Mavuika combo, she's going to do damage through swirls. She's going to decrease both of their res. Like, this is actually looking incredibly strong, if I'm being honest. Like, I actually really do like this, just because she doesn't seem like she's gonna be doing a lot of damage. I'm gonna be flat out with you guys. She doesn't seem like she's doing a lot of damage, and she's just gonna be healing herself constantly. That's pretty good, right? She doesn't have to do a lot of damage, because you can have your off-field supports do most of the damage for you. I don't know who we would go ahead and, like, I'd probably run Shilonen on the same team, or maybe you could get away with running Kazuha, right? Go ahead, try run Kazuha. Kazuha wouldn't be able to decrease the res unless Yumiki does like something else. I don't know. She would need another artifact set. Yeah, and I think it would honestly just be better to run her on the res decreasing artifact, because you'd increase both of Fiorina's and Mavuika's damage. So it's a tough one. I really feel like she's kind of hurt by being Anemo, and I don't think that other characters are really gonna like be able to flourish with this whole swirl buffing unless it buffs it a lot. Which I don't see, maybe. So if you never pick up the snack, it just explodes anyways. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, here is some good stuff. Let's go ahead and see. When Yumiki triggers a swirl, her Dream Drifter state, the Dream Drifter increases by 2.5 seconds. The effect can trigger once every 0.3 seconds for a maximum of 2 times. So she can be on field for extra 2 times, like 5 seconds, basically. Basically, for 5 seconds, guaranteed right now, we don't know, but I mean, you're going to be triggering swirl every 0.3 seconds. Let's be real here. Yeah, this is good. This is good. It's not like, this is just a part of the character's kit. Would this have changed if she didn't have it? They probably would have just increased her base duration. Yeah, that's basically all I would think of. Okay, so here we have, while Yumiki is in the Dream Drifter state, when other nearby party members hit with Pyro, Hydro, Cryo, or Electro attacks, her elemental mastery will increase by 100 for 4 seconds. Now, does that stack? That would be cool if it did. Just massively increase it to where you're just increasing her damage. And also, does it count differently per these? I don't think so. I don't think this stacks. I think it's just 100 elemental mastery base, which isn't that great, if I'm being honest. It really isn't. We're going to have to see how good her actual damage will be with the, swirls and stuff. But this doesn't seem strong, honestly, at all. And then we're basically done, because all this is not combat, relative at all. If you don't revive with the food, but you heal with it, you gain 30% additional HP. This effect will always activate on Traveler, and it's based on the character friendship level, how good of a chance it has to activate. This really isn't that great, if I'm being honest. Like, this just isn't a great thing. So, yeah, that's all I have to say for this video. Make sure to subscribe if you did enjoy. If you really enjoyed, feel free to become a member, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.